Hey, how you doing? It's Jimmy, and I'm going to make you some money tonight. That's what I do. Before we get into tonight's slate, let me address yesterday. We went 1-2. That's a losing day. And I'm going to tell you about it because that's what separates me from these other guys. They hide their losses. I show you everything. Navy -1.5. That was my lock. 92% confidence, and Navy lost. American beat them 65-51 at home. A 14-point loss when we needed Navy to win by 2. I was wrong. The machine was wrong. It happens. American shot the lights out, and Navy couldn't answer. That's basketball. Mississippi Valley State +14.5. I told you Texas Southern struggles to cover big numbers. Well, Texas Southern destroyed them 84-51. They won by 33. We got blown out on that one, too. The one bright spot, Alabama women -2.5 against Missouri. Alabama wins 74-63. They win by 11. We needed 2.5. Easy cover. Carly Weathers went off for a career-high 23 points. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. 1 out of 3. Bad day. I ain't going to sugarcoat it. But here's the thing about this business. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have bad weeks. The question is, do you stay disciplined? Do you stick to the process? Because over time, over hundreds of bets, if you're getting the best numbers and betting with an edge, you're going to come out ahead. We dust ourselves off and we go again. That's what professionals do. Now, let's talk about tonight. 7 games on the board. And I got to tell you, the injury report tonight is something else. We got massive news that's going to move lines and create value for people who know where to look. SGA and Chet Holmgren both out for Oklahoma City. Nikola Jokić, he's still sidelined for Denver. Stephen Curry won't suit up for Golden State. You hear what I'm telling you? 3 of the best players in basketball ain't playing tonight. And the books haven't fully adjusted these lines. That's where we come in. Let me give you my lock of the night. San Antonio +8 against Oklahoma City. This is a 92% confidence play for me, and here's why. The Thunder are the best team in basketball. I know that. You know that. But tonight they're missing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's averaging 31.9 points per game. They're missing Chet Holmgren. They're missing Isaiah Hartenstein. They're missing Cason Wallace. This ain't the Thunder. This is a shell of the Thunder. Now look at San Antonio. The Spurs are 27-12 on the season. They're 7-0 in their last 7. Victor Wembanyama is healthy. De'Aaron Fox is healthy. They got a 13-7 road record. This is a good basketball team. And OKC, even when they win games, they only covered 3 of their last 10 spreads. 3 out of 10. That's 30%. The books got this line at -8 because of the Thunder name. But the Thunder ain't the Thunder tonight. You take San Antonio +8. You might even catch them +220 on the money line if you want to go for the win. I like both. My second play of the night is Portland +10.5 against Golden State. 90% confidence. Now listen to me carefully. Portland has beaten Golden State 3 times already this season by 20, by 4, and by 5 points. They own this matchup. And now Golden State is playing without Stephen Curry, who's out for at least 2 weeks with a sciatic nerve issue in his back. The Warriors can't cover against Northwest Division teams. They're 1-9 ATS in their last 10 games against the division. 1-9. And now they got to face a Portland team that's won 7 of their last 9 games and covered 5 straight. The Blazers are going to walk into San Francisco and compete. You're getting 10.5 points with a team that's already proven they can beat this opponent. That's free money. My third play is the over 224.5 in Chicago at Houston, 88% confidence. This is about historical trends. 9 of the last 10 Bulls-Rockets games have gone over. 9 out of 10, including all 8-night games. The Bulls average 119 points per game. Even with Houston's recent offensive slump, they're still scoring in the low 100s. Houston's going to win this game. They're 11-2 at home, but the Rockets have failed to cover in 10 of 11 against sub-500 teams. You know what that tells me? High-scoring, comfortable wins where the starters play 30 minutes because the game stays close longer than it should. Take the over. Don't overthink it. Now, let me give you my fourth play. Minnesota +3.5 against Milwaukee. 85% confidence. This line makes no sense. Minnesota is 26-14. Milwaukee is 17-22. The Timberwolves have Anthony Edwards playing out of his mind, and they got the healthier roster. Yeah, Rudy Gobert is out on a suspension, but this team is better than the Bucks right now. Milwaukee is 9-9 at home, 9-9 at home with Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's not a team that deserves to be a 3.5-point favorite against anybody, let alone a team that's 10 games better in the standings. The Wolves are the better team. They're getting points. Take them. For Phoenix at Miami, I like the Suns -1, 82% confidence. Phoenix is the best team against the spread in the NBA at 66.7%. They're 8-2 in their last 10 with Devin Booker scoring 25 plus every night. The defense has tightened up. They're only allowing 105.7 points lately. Miami has dropped 3 straight in 5 of their last 6. Bam Adebayo's got a toe injury and might not play. If he sits, this line could jump to Suns -2.5. So get in now while you can still get -1. Phoenix has 2+ days of rest. Miami just played Sunday. Rest advantage plus hot streak plus injury uncertainty. That's Phoenix. The Denver at New Orleans game, I'm taking the over 235.5. Both teams have terrible defenses. Denver's allowing 118 per 100 possessions. New Orleans is even worse at 120. Denver's games go over 66.7% of the time, which is the highest rate in the league. I also like the Pelicans +3 at home because the home team has covered in 13 of the last 14 meetings between these franchises. That's a 75% play for me, but the over is the stronger bet at 82%. For Atlanta at the Lakers, take the Hawks -3.5. The Lakers are on the second night of a back-to-back after getting beaten in Sacramento. They've lost 6 of their last 10 games. Meanwhile, Atlanta is on a 3-game winning streak and already beat LA by 20 points earlier this season, 122-102 in November. The Hawks are 13-10 on the road, better than their home record. LeBron James is listed as game time decision. Even if he plays, fatigue is a factor. Atlanta's got the fastest tempo in the league over the last 15 games, and they're going to run LA right off the court. All right, let me recap the plays for you. San Antonio +8. That's my lock. 92% confidence. SGA and Chet out means this line is a gift. A Portland +10.5, 90%. They already beat Golden State 3 times, and now Curry's out. Chicago, Houston over 224.5, 88%. History says take the over. Minnesota +3.5, 85%. Better team getting points. Phoenix -1.82%. Best ATS team riding a hot streak, facing a slumping Miami. Denver at New Orleans over 235.5, 82%. 2 porous defenses. Atlanta -3.5, 80%. Lakers are tired. Hawks already dominated them this year. Now, before you go, let me give you some situational factors to watch before lock. Bam Adebayo for Miami, if he's ruled out, the Suns spread moves and you want to be locked in early. Same with Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon for Denver. They're game time decisions. And keep an eye on LeBron. If he sits, that Hawks line could jump to 5 or 6. That's it for tonight. 7 games, 7 opportunities. You do your homework, you bet smart, you're going to make money over time. Remember what I always tell you. You don't win by picking winners. You win by getting the best number. Tonight, the numbers are on our side. Good luck. Let's cash some tickets. This is Jimmy, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.